Some nights you think you've finally gotten the sleep you need. The room is quiet. The lights are off. The covers are just right. But a few hours in, your eyes open, not because of noise, not because of a bad dream, but because of that familiar pressure in your lower belly. The one that tells you it's time to get up and head to the bathroom. You shuffle through the dark, half asleep, then crawl back into bed and hope your body will let you drift off again. But sleep doesn't come so easily. You turn over once. Then again, you adjust the pillow, you listen to the stillness. And slowly, the night slips away. By morning, you feel more tired than when you first closed your eyes. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many people over 50, nighttime trips to the bathroom, what doctors call Nocturia, become a frustrating routine. Sometimes it happens once a night, sometimes 2 or 3 times. Over time, it chips away at your energy, your focus, your mood. Even your blood pressure and memory begin to feel the effects of disrupted sleep. And the strangest part is, you've done everything right. You didn't drink too much water before bed. You've had the checkups. Everything seems normal. And yet, the pattern continues. So what's really going on? Here is something most people don't realize. Your sleep, your bladder, and your gut are all connected. When your blood sugar is unstable, or when the balance of bacteria in your gut is off, your body sends signals to your kidneys. The kidneys respond by producing more urine, and that's when you wake up. The good news is there are gentle, natural ways to support this system from within, and they don't come in a pill bottle. They come from food. Specifically, fermented foods. Simple, living foods that have been used for generations to support digestion, balance blood sugar, and take pressure off the bladder, especially at night. Today, I'll show you 3 fermented foods that may help reduce those nighttime wake-ups and allow you to sleep more deeply, more peacefully. And the best part, one of them might already be sitting in your fridge. Let's begin gently. Apple cider vinegar, especially the raw, unfiltered kind with what's called the mother, has been used for centuries as a natural digestive aid. But recent research shows it may also help reduce nighttime urination, especially in people over 50 managing blood sugar issues. When you eat dinner, especially meals rich in carbohydrates, your blood sugar tends to rise. If it spikes too high, your kidneys may try to flush out the excess glucose through urination. This is one of the lesser-known reasons why people with blood sugar imbalances often wake up multiple times during the night. A study published in Diabetes Care found that vinegar taken before a meal improved insulin sensitivity by up to 34% in people with insulin resistance. Another study in the Journal of Functional Foods showed that apple cider vinegar significantly reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes. These findings matter because stable blood sugar means less pressure on the kidneys and bladder, translating to fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. The safest and most effective way to take it is to dilute 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar in a full glass of water, and drink it 15 to 30 minutes before dinner. This helps slow down digestion, moderate your blood sugar response, and gently support your gut microbiome. Another key factor in reducing inflammation and calming the bladder. For added benefit, some people stir in a pinch of ground cinnamon, which also helps with insulin sensitivity, and a small amount of mineral-rich Himalayan salt to support overnight hydration. However, it's important not to drink apple cider vinegar straight, as its acidity can damage tooth enamel and irritate the throat. If you're taking medications for diabetes or blood pressure, always consult your doctor before adding vinegar to your routine. It's not a replacement for treatment, but a supportive tool that works quietly in the background. With consistent use, night after night, many people begin to notice they sleep more soundly and wake up less often. It's not a quick fix, but for some, it becomes a simple and natural part of better nighttime balance. Next, we'll explore another fermented food with powerful probiotic benefits: kimchi. Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made by fermenting vegetables, usually Napa cabbage, with garlic, ginger, chili, and salt. But beyond its bold flavor, Kimchi is rich in probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that help maintain a healthy gut microbiome. And for people over 50 who struggle with nighttime urination, that matters more than you might think. Research in recent years has shown a strong connection between gut health, blood sugar regulation, and urinary function. A study published in Nutrients in 2019 found that individuals with more diverse gut bacteria had better glucose control and lower levels of systemic inflammation. This is important because when the gut is imbalanced, inflammation tends to rise, insulin becomes less effective, and blood sugar fluctuates more dramatically, triggering the kidneys to work harder and increasing the urge to urinate, especially at night. Kimchi contains strains of lactobacillus bacteria that have been shown to support metabolic health and reduce inflammation in the body. Garlic, one of its main ingredients, also contributes to improved cardiovascular function and better insulin sensitivity. The fiber from cabbage feeds the gut bacteria, while the natural fermentation process enhances nutrient absorption and produces short-chain fatty acids that benefit the bladder and colon. Adding kimchi to your daily routine doesn't require major changes. 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, served alongside dinner, is often enough to deliver measurable benefits. Because it is naturally low in carbohydrates and high in fiber, kimchi doesn't spike blood sugar. Instead, it supports digestion, stabilizes glucose, and helps reduce bloating and pressure around the bladder. If the spice level is a concern, mild versions of kimchi are widely available, and the fermentation process tends to mellow the heat over time. For those with sensitive digestion, starting with a small amount and gradually increasing intake over a week or two is a safe approach. It's important to choose refrigerated, unpasteurized kimchi, as shelf-stable or pasteurized versions often lose the live bacteria that make it effective. Look for simple ingredient lists, without preservatives or added sugars, to ensure you're getting a clean, probiotic-rich product. Including kimchi with meals, especially dinner, can help improve gut function and may lead to more stable blood sugar and reduced nighttime urination over time. It's not an overnight fix, but with consistent use, many people notice they feel lighter after meals, sleep more deeply, and wake up less often. Up next, we'll explore one of the most soothing fermented foods, a warm, mineral-rich paste called miso, used in a simple broth that may help calm the kidneys and support a restful night's sleep. Miso is a traditional Japanese paste made by fermenting soybeans with salt and a type of mold called koji. While it's most commonly known as the base of a savory soup, miso is far more than a comfort food. It's a fermented powerhouse that delivers beneficial bacteria, essential minerals, and gut-soothing compounds that may support better blood sugar control and reduce nighttime bathroom trips. For adults over 50, the connection between kidney health, blood sugar, and sleep is increasingly important. When the kidneys are overworked, often due to elevated glucose levels, they produce more urine overnight, disrupting deep rest. Miso offers gentle support to both the digestive system and the organs that regulate fluid balance. Nutritionally, miso is rich in magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that play key roles in stabilizing blood sugar and supporting insulin function. According to a review published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2021, dietary magnesium may improve insulin sensitivity and help regulate glucose metabolism. Zinc, meanwhile, supports pancreatic function and helps the body process carbohydrates more efficiently. Miso also contains live probiotic cultures, especially if it's unpasteurized and kept refrigerated. These probiotics support the gut microbiome, reduce inflammation, and help improve how the body manages both blood sugar and fluid retention. The simplest way to enjoy miso is as a warm evening broth. Dissolve 1 teaspoon of miso paste in a cup of warm, not boiling, water to preserve the live cultures. This creates a light, savory drink that calms the nervous system and prepares the digestive system for rest. Many people find that drinking this an hour or so after dinner, well before bedtime, helps ease digestion and supports a smoother night. You can enhance the broth by adding sliced mushrooms, soft tofu, baby spinach, or grated ginger. These ingredients not only provide flavor and comfort, but also bring added fiber, antioxidants, and kidney-friendly nutrients. There is one concern often raised about miso: its sodium content. And yes, miso is naturally salty. However, it also contains potassium, which helps offset some of sodium's effects on blood pressure and fluid retention. When used in small, controlled amounts, as part of a balanced diet, miso can still offer clear benefits without adding unnecessary strain to the kidneys. When selecting miso, choose refrigerated versions labeled unpasteurized or with live cultures. Avoid instant soup packets, as they often contain artificial additives and lack the health-promoting bacteria that fresh miso provides. Over time, adding a small bowl of miso broth to your evening routine may gently support your kidneys, help regulate blood sugar, and create the kind of internal calm that encourages uninterrupted sleep. Together with apple cider vinegar and kimchi, miso rounds out a trio of natural fermented foods that work quietly, one evening at a time, to restore balance where the body needs it most. Next, we'll summarize how to combine all three into a practical, nightly routine that supports your sleep, digestion, and bladder comfort naturally. By now, you've learned how three simple fermented foods, apple cider vinegar, kimchi, and miso, can each play a unique role in reducing nighttime urination and supporting deeper, more restful sleep. Let's bring them together into a routine that's easy to follow, safe for most adults over 50, and grounded in both tradition and modern science. First, apple cider vinegar helps set the stage. When taken before dinner, it slows digestion, blunts blood sugar spikes, and supports gut bacteria that influence both inflammation and fluid regulation. The best approach is to mix 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar into a glass of water and drink it 15 to 30 minutes before your evening meal. If desired, add a pinch of cinnamon or a small amount of sea salt to enhance its effects. Next comes dinner itself. This is the perfect time to include kimchi, about 1 to 2 tablespoons, as a side dish. Its probiotics help diversify your gut microbiome, which in turn supports blood sugar control, reduces bloating, and may calm bladder irritation. Kimchi pairs well with brown rice, eggs, stir-fried vegetables, or lean proteins. If you're sensitive to spice, choose a mild version or start with smaller amounts and increase gradually. Then, after dinner, once you've had time to digest, consider winding down your evening with a warm cup of miso broth. This can be as simple as dissolving a teaspoon of miso paste into warm, not boiling, water, or as nourishing as a full bowl with mushrooms, tofu, or greens. The minerals in miso help relax your nervous system, while the fermented compounds gently support the kidneys and digestive tract as your body prepares for rest. Together, these three foods create a natural rhythm. Apple cider vinegar helps regulate the start of digestion, kimchi nourishes the gut and calms glucose swings, and miso supports kidney balance and nervous system relaxation. None of them are quick fixes, but over days and weeks, they work steadily, helping the body settle, reducing overnight fluid pressure, and improving the quality of your sleep. This routine is also flexible. If miso isn't your favorite, focus on kimchi and vinegar. If you're traveling, a tablespoon of vinegar and water may be enough to keep your system stable. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Finally, if you're managing conditions like diabetes, kidney disease, or high blood pressure, it's always best to speak with your healthcare provider before making dietary changes. These foods are generally safe, but individual needs vary. That said, many people find that these gentle changes add up to something powerful: fewer interruptions at night, better mornings, and a quiet sense that the body is finally working with them, not against them. In the next section, we'll answer a few common questions. How long does it take to notice results? Are store-bought versions just as effective? And what should you avoid eating if you want the full benefit of these fermented foods? Let's keep going. Frequently asked questions. 1. How long does it take to notice a difference? Every body is different, but most people begin noticing small changes within 7 to 14 days of consistently including these fermented foods in their evening routine. Some feel lighter after meals, sleep more deeply, or wake up fewer times during the night. For others, it may take 3 to 4 weeks to notice steady improvements. These are gentle shifts, not overnight fixes, but they build with time. 2. Do I need to take all 3 foods every day? Not necessarily. You can start with just one, whichever feels easiest to add to your current lifestyle. For example, start with apple cider vinegar before dinner, then try adding kimchi to one meal a day. Once you're comfortable, you can include miso broth in the evening a few times a week. The key is consistency and listening to your body. 3. Can I use store-bought apple cider vinegar and kimchi? Yes, but check the label. For apple cider vinegar, choose a raw, unfiltered version that says with the mother on the bottle. For kimchi, look in the refrigerated section and choose a brand that is unpasteurized and contains live cultures. Avoid shelf-stable jars or versions with added sugars or preservatives. They often lack the probiotic benefits. 4. What if I don't like spicy food? Not all kimchi is spicy. Many brands now offer mild or white kimchi that contain no chili peppers. The fermentation process also naturally softens the heat over time. If you're sensitive, start with half a tablespoon and build up slowly. Or consider trying sauerkraut or fermented pickles as milder alternatives. They offer similar probiotic benefits. 5. Is miso too salty for people with high blood pressure or kidney issues? Miso does contain sodium, but in small, controlled portions, 1 teaspoon in broth, it can still be safe and beneficial. Miso is also naturally high in potassium, which helps balance fluid levels and may offset some of sodium's effects. That said, if you're under salt restrictions, speak to your doctor first before adding miso to your diet. 6. Can I take these foods with medications? In most cases, yes, but always check with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on blood sugar medications, diuretics, or have a chronic kidney condition. Apple cider vinegar can sometimes amplify the effects of blood sugar-lowering drugs. It's best to introduce any new food slowly and monitor how your body responds. 7. Are there foods I should avoid while doing this routine? Yes, if you're trying to reduce nighttime urination, it helps to avoid caffeine, alcohol, high-sugar snacks, and salty processed foods in the evening. These can irritate the bladder, spike blood sugar, and lead to more overnight fluid loss. Pairing fermented foods with fiber-rich meals, like vegetables, legumes, or whole grains, can enhance their effects and promote better digestion. 8. Can I take probiotics instead of fermented foods? Probiotic supplements can be helpful, but real, whole fermented foods often contain a wider variety of live bacteria, along with beneficial enzymes and prebiotic fibers. Many people find that foods like kimchi, miso, and vinegar work better because they support the entire digestive process, not just the gut bacteria. 9. Is this routine safe for long-term use? Yes. These fermented foods have been part of traditional diets for centuries and are generally safe when used in moderation. If they agree with your digestion, you can continue using them daily as part of a balanced, whole foods-based lifestyle. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you, because that tells me something important. You care about your health, your sleep, your peace of mind. Waking up at night to use the bathroom may seem like a small thing to some people, but when it happens night after night, it wears on you. It drains your energy. It steals your mornings. And it chips away at your confidence that your body can still work with you, not against you. But here's the good news. You don't need a complicated program or another expensive supplement. Sometimes what your body really needs is something simple, something real, something alive. Fermented foods like apple cider vinegar, kimchi, and miso don't shout for attention. They work quietly, supporting your gut, calming your blood sugar, and helping your bladder rest. One spoonful at a time, one night at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Just begin. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Try adding one thing, a tablespoon of vinegar before dinner, a small serving of kimchi with your meal, or a warm cup of miso broth to end the day. Give it a week, then two, and listen to how your body responds. If something in this video gave you a sense of hope or a new idea to try, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment, tell me where you're watching from, or just drop a word. Trying, so I know you're on the journey too. If you'd like more simple, science-backed tips like this, especially for healthy aging, better digestion, and gentle nighttime routines, feel free to subscribe. There's more coming, and I'd be honored to walk with you. Until next time, sleep well.